north of Clare. So I'm just looking out point here, which overlooks Burra Valley. It's very, very windy here. We're on the top of a hill. So Brooks, look out. So we'll go for a quick look up into there. Oh, apologies for the audio. It's, you can see on the grass just how windy it is. Oh, good times. Oh. Maybe, oh, there we go. I thought it was locked because it does have a sign saying it's closed, but I don't think it's the case. Okay. InDaynaMo staying in the car. Oh, it is very windy up here, I have to say. Oh, I can't even put my hood on my hat because it's trying to fly in the driveway. Oh, good times. So it looks like I have some fire up here, or surely it's not always like this, because I can't imagine having a picnic up here while it's like this. Okay, so it's just being okay, we're going to need to look out. I guess I'll look out to the point over here. So I don't know if these trees are black from a bushfire or if they've done back burning in that to sort of reduce the grass on the ground, so it doesn't go out of control and it doesn't catch fire. Leaves, because they'd probably get blown over if they did. But you can see there just how strong the wind is. So there you go. Oh, there you go. So yeah, there's a fire here in April 2019. We took this chair and came right up to there and put a sign as well. So I don't know if the path keeps going on. It looks like it's got some paths that may walk to the end of that hill there, but you can kind of see here. Hopefully it's the sign as well when it rains past, because there are blue skies in the distance. While we are, it's a bit sort of cloudy and grey, not my way around. So if we go here, oh, so this is a straight like area. So yeah, 1,360 kilometres from Sydney, 1,800 from Brisbane, New York is 19,000. Yeah, it's not too close. So all these places on the bottom here are, I think, all in South Australia. And then on the ones at the top here, I think Tokyo is 9,000. Yeah, Flinders Range, South Springs, Port Pirie. So yeah, that's kind of the direction there of everything. So yeah, it's quite a nice viewpoint, probably good for a picnic. Probably avoid it when it's very windy like it is now. It is pretty cold. I can't tell the temperature at the moment. I think it was meant to get to about 20 degrees today, but on top of a mountain here, and I guess, yeah, with the heaviness of the wind, it's very cold on the hands. So I'm going to rush back to the car, and I'll catch you later. So guys, we've now reached the Cascades Walk. We're at the Blue Gum Lookout and we're within the, good question, I forgot where we are, Spring Valley Conservation Park I think it is. So that's where we are there, the Cascades are there. I guess it's a longer walk, so I think depending how long it is, yeah, I don't know if that's the whole thing there. So it's 1.3 kilometres return. And there's the map, so it's the Cascades Walk. So for now we'll check out the lookout point over here. So there's like a whole sort of gully or a valley there. It's actually starting to get sunny now. Oh, there's a whole another lot of tracks as well for lavender. So it's actually probably another nice place for a picnic if it wasn't for the wind. So there's a couple of picnic tables here. Go a bit further. Big trees. So I think the Cascades, it looks like it's on a part of a waterfall, or at least there's like water going across rocks. So there's actually a second road here. It looks like I think this is a fire track. And you might be able to use that to sort of go down deeper. So I'll go down here without trying to hurt my ankles. Let's walk down. Lucky I'm wearing my boots today, and not my normal runners, because I'll be sliding down. I don't know if this is the same path you used to get to the Cascades, but so I'll step up here. Yeah, so it looks like there's a river or something cutting down the bottom. Yeah, it looks like water sort of cut through there, but yeah, this is like a valley. Like a gorge or some type. I mean, you can see the rivers down the bottom there. So it's actually turned out to be somewhat of a nice day. It's rained all morning. So again, I'm not sure if this is actually how you get to the Cascades. I could in theory drive the full drive down here, but I mean, I'll show you the road after I start walking back up again. It's probably not the most ideal place to want to go to. So it's actually nice and green about down here. Looks like the water definitely washes the road out when it rains. There are some tyre marks. Oh, and it's quite wet or slippery anyway. So I'm not going to go too far, but yeah, it's actually quite picturesque over here. Looks like a cattle grid, but it's covered in dirt. So there's more tracks. It actually looks like it's road down there. So that's a valley there. I can hear water, or if that might be wind. Now guys, you probably see why this is only for summer. You can see there, someone's lost a mud guard off the back of their wheel. So you can see the giant jump you're going to have to drive up here. And you can see the water damage on the road coming up. So I think this is probably only for like council vehicles or part of the national parks or rangers. So it's probably not so bad here. You'll see, oh, this is actually rock, so this isn't going to go anywhere. But all the dirt that's on top looks like it probably shifts when it rains. Yeah, it's starting to get slippery on the mud, but yeah, look at the ruts here. So that'd be fun to drive across. So it looks like that's where the water travels when it does rain. So I guess you can avoid it if you're stuck to this side of the path. So let's see if this will take me back to the car park, or if I'm going to have to climb one of these rocks. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. I think this just goes back on the main road. I can see the car, so I think there's a man-made path just here. Whew. So yeah, not quite the Cascades, because that's about a 40 or 50 minute return trip. But this is the Blue Gum Lookout area anyway. So that's just it here. So I guess that's a dirt track. Yeah, so I think there's a track that goes there. I think the people we saw just before, when we turned around, I think we're walking along that. So there's a path there. Okay, back in the car to the next destination. So guys, we're here in Farrell Flat. It's a town between Mintaro and Burra, I think it is. So looking at town, there's really just sort of a pub behind us. But the major attraction here is the silo. So it's probably like an old wheat silo or something, and they've pretty much painted it, yeah, with this picture of a train. It's got the South Australian emblem on the right hand side light. So it's actually on private property, so yeah, it's, I guess it does bring people to the town. It's actually quite pretty, very colourful. Some other ones on the way to Adelaide, I know they're quite monotone or they're black and white, so yeah, this one's very vibrant in colour. It's very nice. So yeah, looking around, there's not really too much more. I'm guessing, it looks like there's an old railway station over there, so I'm guessing it was for pretty much when the trains came through, they could obviously get the load, either unload or load up, and yeah. So I'm sure there's probably a sign here that tells you the history of it. So yeah, there's a railway station over there, but it looks like it's all sort of closed behind fencing now. It looks like it's private property. Yeah, because it looks like to get through, there's actually a gate over there, so you can't actually reach out there. And it does say private property everywhere. So yeah, that is the silo in Farrell Flat. So now here we're in Burra, or like B-U-R-R-A. So it's meant to be quite a historic town. I'm going to go into the visitor centre and grab a map of the things around the area, but I think it's an old mining area. And yeah, we'll see. So there's a cannon there, we've got a gazebo in the heart of the town there, hotel on the other side, and you'll see here pretty much just the visitor centre. So it looks like an old sort of building. So we've still got Terry White, there's an ATM there, so they do have some sort of creature comforts. It's not that old school. So I'll go get a map and they might be able to steer what the best things to see are. So guys, I'll see you later. So yeah, I got this map here from inside, so it pretty much gives you an idea of everything there is to sort of see and do in town. There's also a suggested trail you drive, there's a few lookouts I'm about to go to, railway station, there's a jail, police lockup and stuff, so we're going to drive along here. I'm going to try and navigate while I'm driving, and we might also get out and see a few things along the way, so come with us guys. So we're here on the main street of Burra, or at least after we've turned off. So there's some machinery there, there's parking out of a distance. We're going to walk up to the town hall here. So it's still very windy around the area, it seems. I don't know how to get a jacket. Malamig. Building here, this old house, as it probably says here what it is. Yeah, there goes. Okay, you're good. You've put your pants on. So yeah, there's a lot of historic buildings, an art gallery there, but I'll save myself the hassle of going into an art gallery. Oh, we got colonial dress up. Here at the town hall. Entry by donation. Did you bring your coins? That's right, I can give a tatlo. Okay.
There's a caravan there. Why?
Hall. Up on the stage in the corner, you can see what was the old kitchen.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Once you've done the hall, the supper room's got photographs around the wall and photographs in folders on the table. Then the Mary Ward's room here's got photographs of soldiers that went up, and a few nurses actually, that went off to World War I from this area.
Yeah.
Then up these stairs here either side, you can see a projector they used to have with the pictures.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, I'll be here if you've got any questions.
okay. No worries, cheers,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Man.
Oh, I think that's all the mayor's, is it?
But this is
That's the city room, so I'm not sure if this is where I did the meetings and stuff. It's a fantastic beard. Let's say what this room is. It seems to be very sheep. Yeah, there's a lot of sheep and a bit of a sheep on the wall. Sort of like, I think like prize sheep. Sorts of a wall. I don't think that's part of the historic display.
I think it's office.
Oh, yeah, it says lodge room there.
There's some merinos. Merinos is a type of sheep, right?
Yeah, merino, yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty much all there, like winning area from different,
Merino.
probably different places around the area. That is full. Especially with a name like Lord Kitchener. Like give them like English names. Oh, that's a district of this area. I'm guessing back in the day they didn't have so many roads, it was all just blocks of land. Apart from like the township. So King and Country, Queen Mary and King George V. It's gone back a fair bit. Belgian Flag Day, sounds interesting. Times.
So that's a scary toilet.
Now we're going to go into the hall.
I don't know if it's like the thing on the main street. Might be the one on the main street.
This is the one in the main street. What's the name of Mr. Man?
I think it's information for war. Original history. I guess the church just up the street. So it says all these are still in use, even the school. Oh, I think that's where we're going to go next. So I think you can go up because I think she mentioned the kitchen. So I think you can actually go upstairs. So she can do fancy dress. So I think this goes to the old kitchen. I think that's where I usually keep the microwave. So it is very old school, like wood oven. So to put wood underneath, heat it up, no gas. So it's pretty much like a fireplace, and then you've got all cast iron stuff there. Cup there. Looks very nice. I guess that's where it's over there.
It's the bottom left.
Oh, I think that's maybe just the earth that's behind it. Original front fence. Stuff back there. So it's looking back out there. So you can go. Yeah, so that there says. I think this is a dress-up room. And I think you actually are. Yeah, you're actually allowed to put clothes on. So that's the man's room, I think, and this is the ladies' room. So does InDaynaMo want to put on some old clothes?
No, I think I'm fine.
How about at least a hat?
Jack's doing his
It goes well with that.
changing clothes.
Now, what do I have? Do I go for the bigger hat?
You should get this one instead of one.
So it shows my guns.
Oh, you want a different?
I don't know how to do a tie.
What? I know what.
Oh, there you go, something nice enough.
That's for old men. Oh, Jesus. You look like...
So guys, these are the selection of clothes you can put on. So that's what I had on then. Just a few more jackets, a whole selection of like very nice vests. And you have some Manaks, jackets, pantalon, and then hat. And then you have some selection of ties. So InDaynaMo doesn't want to put anything on. I don't know if that's part of her bloomers and stuff. You have undergarments. Then you have a whole selection of clothes. Like I reckon she would look very nice in this green dress. And you'll put this, look at that, that's very nice. Oh look, this one's very extra floofy. There's lots of flowers. Oh guys, I reckon if you gave her some tum sucks, look at it. Oop. This one fell off the hanger. Can you put it back on for me? That green one, that looks very nice. Why do you not put that one on? It's like a very stylish Filipiniana. Oh, this, oh, is that like real fur? Oh, ooh la la. I reckon InDaynaMo would look great in that. How about these ones? They're very nice and pastel. Or this one. Very nice. Oh, this one's got a tail on it. Oh, the bonnet. Do you want a bonnet? Oh, look at the green hat. You look like the Riddler. See? InDaynaMo doesn't want to wear this. What's wrong with this? It's very nice.
Very beautiful.
Oh, there's a... See? Very nice. Very stylish. Oh, I have to flip it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dead animal. Well, InDaynaMo doesn't want to dress up. Oh, tisk. Okay, so we're done dressing up and also walking back through the hall there. So this here looks like a bit more modern. This is probably actually still in use, I'm guessing. Just because there's a whole lot of old pictures in that here. So there's a lot of old photographs of the town and stuff, people, buildings. So you can see here, information on the town itself. Churches, that's a different entry point. So I think it's here, probably still in use because there's like a commercial washing thing there, proper oven and fridge. So I think that's actually still modern facilities. So there's a lot of historic buildings here, or like pictures of the mine. So I'm guessing that's probably what it's known for. A lot of machinery. Things. There's flowers there. Very fancy. There's copper. Okay, so we just left the art gallery. Oh, sorry, not art gallery. We left. There's the art gallery on the left. We just left the town hall. So that's the Anglican church here up on the left-hand side.
St. Mary's Church it is.
Yeah, they're all in one street, guys. The tree.
Yeah, a lot of, or maybe that's it here.
Attractions.
That's St. Mary, okay. So St. Mary might be different to the other ones.
That's the Anglican name. And you can see the Mr. Yeah.
This is Peacock's Chimney coming up. So apparently going through the town hall, apparently there was a copper mine here, like an open copper mine. So that's what I guess attracts a lot of people to the town. And I guess a lot of the buildings here are from that era of when it was still being used. So I'll pull over here and I think a lot of it actually is in this immediate area. So I'll pull off here and then we'll look at this chimney and then we'll drive the heritage trail around, which I think is an unsealed road maybe. So let's check out the chimney, Peacock's Chimney.
Go up, Sarah.
Good times. It was restarted in 1972. Oh, I thought it was older than that. But I'll just park down here and we can have a look-see. It is a very big chimney. So guys, we're here at Peacock's Chimney. There it is. Not quite sure what the use of it is. I'm sure if we go read the sign, we'll figure out what it's actually used for. So it's part of the National Trust. I mean, I don't know actually what it's sort of used for. Okay, so it was erected in 1855 and then dismantled or taken down and then recreated here. So it's National Trust. So I'm sure if I look at the signage behind, we'll figure out what it was actually used for. It's actually got lights there as well, so you'll be able to see it at night time. Okay, so it was actually used, I was connected to boilers for a Gornish winding engine, a fire engine house. Yeah, so obviously as it stands right now it's not used for anything, but it was actually part of the mine area. And I guess with the boiler houses and stuff, it was, it's probably where all the steam might come out. There we go, InDaynaMo in the background there, she's doing her photos. Look at her go, guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave for Peacock's Chimney, and then we're gonna drive up this scenic road here to the left. So guys, we'll see you again soon. So guys, we're leaving Peacock's Chimney. Now we're gonna go up to, there's two lookout points. I think I can see one here which overlooks the town, and then there's a second lookout point which overlooks the old mine.
There's a Burra Heritage Trail, people.
So we've got a steep road coming up. So it looks like there's some ruins down at the bottom there, which is also like being cordoned off because it's not stable being under the earth.
There's a key.
And if it's under the ground, I could use it as a cellar or something. Okay, so yeah, okay, it's a town lookout there. I can see someone up there already. So have a look at the map here. Yeah, I don't think we go any further because we're not part of the crew there. But I think this might be the first turn off. Oh no, so this is the gate. So let me have a look see now. Yeah, so this is the mine site. So this isn't actually a lookout. This is where you'll go if you've actually got the key and you're part of a heritage trail. So I think here.
What key is that?
Well, you get a key for the gate. So if you have the key for the gate, you can actually like drive your car up there, and there's a few sites you can sort of see. You can check out the engineer's house. Oh, sorry, engine house. There's another town lookout. There's a powder machine. Yeah, so there's a few places there if you have the key. So it's called the Burra Heritage Passport. And apparently if you get the key, it gives you access to 9 different locations. So you just click that from the visitor centre that I went to earlier. So
yeah, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
So it looks like there is like one lookout here. This isn't the official mine lookout, but we'll jump out and have a look-see around here anyway, because we'll just see a different point of view.
Yeah, but you're gonna jump.
Oh, I can't see too much here because there's hill in the way, so we'll go to the official one around the corner.
It looks like the water bowl there. You couldn't see anything. It's not very good.
Nah, well that's not the official lookout. So we'll just dodge the small dog.
Yeah.
I think you can walk to those locations because the gates are open. So it looks like you can like open the gate, but you probably can't go to the jail and stuff because getting those ones you need the key for the door.
Yeah, key to succeed.
Okay, so coming up. Yeah, so first there's a mine lookout, then there's a town lookout. So I think if I'm reading the map correctly, where I get my bearings, all my bearings are off.
That one is town lookout.
Okay, we'll go to the town lookout first because it's the first one here. Otherwise, we're just turning back for no reason. Oh, good times. Oh, more good times. Very bumpy road. So guys, this is the town lookout. So we're just going up that it's a heritage road. So mine's to the right there. So we'll go to another lookout for that shortly. So we've got the road there. I think there's some ruins down the bottom there, which are cordoned off. There's Peacock's Chimney. And then I think around here, this is North Burra. So it's separated from where we went to the town hall is down that way, but this is I think North Burra here. And this does appear to be closer to the mine itself. So there's actually, I think, 4 different towns here that are part of Burra. So there's a few sort of different towns. Here's the map. So I mean, that's where we were. So that must have actually been Coringa, where we were. That's like where the town hall and stuff is. We're here at the mine. Sorry, the town lookout here. Here's, I guess, the mine itself, Burra Mine. There's an old stone quarry, and then there's Red Rough. I'm guessing how you not Red Rough. I think it's Red Rough. So we're going to be going there shortly to the jail, or at least driving past. So there's old courthouse, railway station here in New Aberdeen, and then apparently there's Monster Mine. Hang on. So yeah, that's more areas of the Burra township with different areas. So we're going to drive down there after we do this heritage drive around here and do the loop. Okay, so there's another mine. So this is just another mine lookout. So go guys, this is like one of the official mine lookouts. I think there's one actually inside the locked area.
It's full now until there.
But here you can actually see, we're going to get out shortly and we'll take you down to the fence line, or at least to where we can see. So it's actually full of water now, which I think is one of the reasons why I stopped mining copper here, is because it was too hard to keep the water out. Okay guys. So guys, we are down here at the mine lookout. So there's some signage here. First worked between 1845 and 67. And it was closed in 1877. Yeah, so it became unprofitable, I think, when the water started leaking in. Probably because I had to pump it out or had a lot of machinery to sort of run. I guess back in the days, I shouldn't have too much electricity, it's probably diesel. Oh yes. So you probably can't see them in the distance, but yeah, if you have the key and stuff, you can pretty much drive inside that mine area and go up to different buildings.
What's the one in the middle then, moving in?
Oh, it could be birds.
It's not here.
I think they're floating things, because I can see more down there. I don't know if they're like life buoys or just flotation things, but yeah. So there's a lot of buildings sort of around the top there, which if I go back to the map, I can probably make sense of it all. So there's more chimney stacks there. That's probably like the end room and stuff. There's more retratos. So we go back to the car. Look how dirty it is now, just driving down those unsealed roads. I cleaned that before we left Victor Harbour. So have a look here. I don't know if that could be Peacock's engine house. If it's sort of through there, I mean, there's a few sort of buildings. We have a winding house, there's an engine house, there's Peacock's engine house, Morford's engine house. Currently see the drilling rig, but I reckon those buildings straight ahead there are probably these ones sort of there. It's a bit hard when there's no roof and they don't even look exactly the same anymore, but I reckon that could be Peacock's engine house because it has like the peak. No pun intended. Oh, actually no, I reckon that could be Morford's engine house and Morford's winding house, the one sort of there on the side. Then I think we have that other one up there, up the top there, and I reckon that could be a memorial up there, and that's very retrato. So that's just more information about the geology of the area. So yeah,
So I think most of the town is actually based off this mine here. So guys, let's go for another scenic drive and we'll take you more historic things of Burra. Okay, so we're going to a railway station, but yeah, there's like a heritage trail that's on my map, and we'll follow that around. And I think the railway station, we haven't got the key. Now it does look like you go inside. There's no key on the map, so I think the old railway station is where you just walk around and check out the old train station, I guess, in the railway line. So now I think we go off road and we go down this road here according to that sign. So you see in the distance there's actually a lot of windmills, which might make sense because it's been really windy today. So nice unsealed road. So it's exiting the mine area. Now I think the first left-hand turn I take. So there's Burra mining complex on the left as well somewhere. Is this Lingston? Yeah, this is Lingston, so we go left. So I think there's another old mining complex here in the middle here. So that looks to be Burra mining complex. So there's old buildings there. I'm not sure if you're allowed to enter. I mean, there is signage and stuff. I don't have any information to be signed about going in there. But I think you can. There's a lot of machinery there. There's okay, yeah, it looks like you can go in there, the gate's open. So I think it's just pretty much like a mining area. I don't think the mine itself is actually there. I think it might just be like the administration buildings. So we've got 2 blocks, we'll turn right. And we're on Jenkins Street. Eddie Jenkins. And then here I think we'll go left and then they'll take us to the railway station.
We have a silo here.
Yeah, really it's missing a painting.
That area is really old.
Okay, let's go to the railway station. So it's getting to
But we go to the
240.
other side.
Not too sure, I'm just finding a map, so I don't know which side you actually enter it on.
There, one.
I don't think the railway station's used anymore, so I don't think there's any harm in crossing the tracks if it gives you an opportunity to.
Go kanan there.
Okay, looks like I can do a loop. There's one car there. Hopefully they don't get in the way of InDaynaMo's retratos. So I think there's some signage there that says like Burra. Oh, there's actually a train on there. Oh, InDaynaMo's going to love this. So guys, let's get deep into old railway station in Burra. So guys, we're here at the old railway station in Burra. I don't think it's used anymore. See, the tracks look very, very old and worn. But just to make sure, we'll go check out the railway sign. Oh, there's livestock trucks going past. So guys, here we got Burra. There's the railway station. Like I said, I don't think it's being used for anything. There's no tourist railway or anything that goes through here. I think it really is just like a museum kind of setup. But I guess you can see there's the silos there. That's probably going back to the days of either they were harvesting whatever they were here, wheat, canola, who knows. Or they were getting it delivered and then storing it here for the town. So there goes InDaynaMo. We've got the railway carriages there. So okay, it's only during certain times, so probably open the. I was going to say it's probably a recreation, but if you look inside, it's actually been turned into a kitchen. So this is rising there. So if you actually look through, there's a refrigerator, a freezer, there's a microwave. It looks brand new. There's a brand new oven. So the train's been turned into like a kitchen.
Yes. So yeah, that's our end here. There's a little picnic area. Ayan in InDaynaMo's doing selfies. Look at her go. Let's embarrass her some. Yes. Hopefully she shares these photos with you. So yeah, I reckon during the day they may actually open up the carriage, but it looks like it's been gutted out and maybe used for something else because, as I showed before, half it's been turned into a kitchen, and then now the other half here is just like an empty sort of shell. Looks like it's been restored, like the floor looks new. So maybe they might be turning into a restaurant or have another use for the train. They've got a ramp there, so I don't know if it still can move or if it's sort of been decommissioned entirely. Looks like they've got like walkways, so you should be able to like walk through it at least. So yeah, looking inside, looks like it's part of the museum because there's like dummies there wearing the different uniforms, the signage, memorabilia. There's more stuff here as well. I mean, there's water. I don't know, it's a cafe or something, so it's probably got old school stuff. Yep, so you got all the train lines. Again, I think the only one still exists is one that goes from Adelaide into Melbourne. I don't think any of that's used, all of that's been turned into rail trail or bike paths around the area. And I don't know if any of this other stuff has been used. So where we are, so we drove from Victor Harbour. So yesterday when we went to Gumaraka and made along the way, we ended up over here, we drove through to Gawler, and then I think we came up through here. So if we probably follow it, so there's Burra there, there's Farrell Flat, that's the silo we just went to. They don't have a train line through where we had lunch. I think it was in Mintaro. And then there's Clare, where we're staying right now, and Seven Hill is just south of where we are. We went to another winery there, Waterdale's, where we had lunch yesterday. So I think when we drove up through Gawler, we pretty much must have been very parallel because I think we drove up pretty much this way here. And then tomorrow, when we leave for Broken Hill, we'll go from Clare, we'll probably cut through to maybe even Burra again because I think that's where the road leads. We'll go up to Peterborough, have a look at the museum there, and I think we drive all the way through to Broken Hill up here. And I think we're going to stop like halfway for the night, so we're not doing about 5 or 6 hours driving with a caravan. We'll probably stop around here somewhere, I think Yunta, and we'll probably have maybe lunch along the way, or maybe lunch at Peterborough. Then we'll stop here early afternoon, set up camp, and then we'll have dinner at the pub. The next morning, get up early, drive to Broken Hill, settle in, and then we have a lot more stuff to do. So yeah, so Adelaide's here, and you got York Peninsula. That's if you get the Eyre Peninsula. So there's a lot of coastline here in Australia. So I think InDaynaMo is still doing her selfies. Yep.
Ito pala niya. It's open hours.
There's more.
We miss it.
Oh, it's actually a bed and breakfast there. So it's actually maybe about 12 cars there because it looks like that cottage on the side there is actually being rented out as a accommodation, which is weird. I don't think I've seen any railway stations being rented out for Airbnbs before. So guys, I think the next place is the police lockups, which I'm guessing is just like a small jail cell. So yeah, we just left the old railway station. We're continuing on. We've still got the police lockup, and then we've got the old jail. Hampton Village we might not be able to get to because of the gate, but at least we can sort of like look around the areas anyway. There's an old hotel coming up on the left, but I think we're going right, so it doesn't really help us too much. Ooh, Ayan.
I love it.
Okay, so as we continue on, dig. So I think we just do the right left here. It's just going straight. So I'm trying to follow a map here while I drive. InDaynaMo's too busy uploading selfies to Instagram and Facebook stories while I'm trying to do maps. Where are we? We're here. So going straight. Oh, there's a flag that looks like it's halfway down but nearly falling off. So I love the old stonework here. Okay, so we're doing a little in out to the left. Now when we get to Young Street, we turn right. So
So yeah, there's a lot of old buildings here still in existence. Like a lot of them actually got like heritage parks out the front, so they must be sort of original.
See, I'm cute. Very perfect people.
So yeah, now we got to another. So we're in Burra Community Activity Centre. There's a place called Sarah's.
Sarah?
There's a lot of pubs for such a small area. I'm guessing that's sort of back in the day of,
This is a nice place.
yeah, when the white people
Is it
loved
the
to drink.
orange favorite, I know, for danger
Yeah,
area?
it looks like it.
It's like there's no people.
There's an antique centre. So now we'll get a left-hand turn coming up here somewhere. Oh, there's like a way, so I think it's the second one up there. Whoa. Make sure the table doesn't scrape. Okay, now we make a left. So I think here we go. So this is the courthouse. And then I think the lockup's in there. So we should drive into that driveway. And I think that's where the lockup is. So it's probably that little stone building at the back there. Yeah, police lockup. So it's pretty much like a temporary jail, I'm guessing, while people were going to court. They put them
Waiting for their final destination.
Yes. You know, very old school, like wooden toilets.
I don't,
Oh, the
I
lookup
don't
ones,
trust
yeah.
that too.
So which way? Is that the stable of a lockup, the wooden building?
This one really.
Okay, let's park somewhere.
That's different. They have a name. This one.
Yeah, I reckon that could be the stables, and I reckon back there's the, looks like a jail cell, the wooden one. So let's go out, guys, and we'll have a look-see-loo. So still here in Burra, this is the stables being used for that 30-year period from 1847 to 1878. So there's a few buildings here. We'll find out what they're used for. This one does look like the lockup. This one looks more like a jail cell than the other buildings behind us. So it's actually is locked up, but I think you can. So that will be for people to lock up outside, and then inside. Not used for too much. It looks like there's actually storage for. You probably can't see there. I can see boxes of magazines and paperwork and stuff in there. But then I'm guessing that's little flaps so people can. You're not missing out too much. There's no jail cell in there. It's really just a storage room. But then I'm guessing this here is so you can close the little blinds so you can't see them. This is toilets. I don't know when they were created. I mean, they're very wooden. I don't know how traditional they are. And this is the courthouse as well. So you can see they use a lot of old stone. Wouldn't be surprised if that was like taken from a quarry. So I don't think you can go inside, but yeah, this looks like to be the courthouse. Actually, if you walk around the front, I'm guessing that's probably the main entrance. You can see there's a lot of these old stone cottages. There's the water tower that we probably saw before when we were up to the lookouts. Oh, it's locked. So this is the courthouse. So surprisingly, yeah, the courthouse is still used until 1986. I just didn't use the jail part at the back. Okay, so this is part of the heritage passport. So the police lockup, British jail, so this is part of it. Yeah, so this is the courthouse. I don't know if the courthouse itself is part of the trail or if it's just buildings behind. So there's a few more buildings. We'll go back the same way we came. So we've got courthouse, police station, lockup and stable. The back, it's starting to look grey or a bit rainy in the background there. It's pretty grey looking. Hasn't rained too much today apart from the morning. We had some water drops driving here, but not too much. So hopefully we can escape without getting rained on. So it looks like a very old school town, like it's like the slightly sloped roads, everything's sort of built upwards. So we'll go through here again. So yeah, that's the courthouse at the front. I thought that was the lockup for like that metal building, but maybe that's just like a temporary place. But there's more buildings over here to the right. The one to the right there's actually a residence, it says. This here
I mean, it doesn't look traditional considering it's made of metal and that, but I'm guessing that's probably just storage for someone. So if you have a heritage passport, you can probably go through some of these buildings. So it does say there, not that building, because it's not on passport. So it's probably this here. This probably is the stables and the lock-up, I'm guessing. Unless the stables are that stone building to the right. So you can see a lot of stone building. Yeah, a lot of stone. Okay, so this is the lock-up and stables, so we can't go through there. So if you've got the heritage pass, it does say there. They've got a key you can use to get into everything. So you pretty much do your own self-guided tour. So this is police lock-up and stables. So we might cheat slightly, and I'll go around to the back fence here and see if we can see anything over the back fence. It's like some cherry blossoms. Actually, I reckon this is that person's backyard. So I don't think that's part of the stables. So I'm guessing back in the day, it's probably just like stone and they just use a little grout or cement to like hold it all together. There's no sort of like uniform sizes of block or anything. So yeah, I can't see inside, just because it's part of the thing. Unless I can put InDaynaMo through that hole in the bottom there. I don't think there's too much we can see. But it's not going to stop her, she's doing more photo. Yeah, she loves the photo. Oh, mahal. Yeah, you need the key to get inside the grounds, and that's someone else's house. Oh. So again guys, I don't know if that's just like a temporary, that does look like a jail cell there, but I'd say that'll be just like a temporary storage until you can get him in there. Obviously you can't really put more than one person in that building, so it might be a temporary thing. There's another building there, but it's closed. Okay guys, so we're leaving the courthouse area, the police lockup. You can walk around the courthouse itself, but you can't go inside, and to go into the stables and lockup area you need to have the heritage pass key. So you can walk around, but you can't really see too much on the exterior. So even outside those main buildings, there are a lot of sort of like stone cottages along the way, which I'm sure probably date back to a similar time frame. Like on the left, coming up here, doesn't say what it is. It looks like a school. It's kind of got that school look about it because it's not a church.
Oh,
there's bells though. Oh, I crossed straight over.
16.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go there. There's a truck. Hello, Mr. Truck. He's done sticky tape over his road train sign. Okay, hopefully I didn't bottom out here because I got the tow ball on the back.
It's a school now. Looks
Yeah,
cool.
it's like a school.
Looks scary when you.
Okay, so we turn right on
There's a lot of
Tudor
limestone
Street.
here.
There's Tudor Street. Yeah, I reckon that's probably the stone from Corrie. They probably just repurposed it for other stuff.
Dad, look at that one. It's already
On the left here,
limestone here.
they probably like revamped it over time, but
So it's not totally cold.
okay, I forgot there's you can actually use those signs.
Yeah, tourist
I've been
drives.
following the map rather than just looking at the signage. So there's a lot of, look on the left here. There's a lot of Tivers Road. So it looks like there's probably like cottages you can probably rent out. So there's like 1, 2, 3,
There's a
4, 5, 6 cottages in a row.
It's like the one we been before in cottage, like the old granny, the one near on
Was
the
that
mountain.
in Warburg? So we're here at Red Roof Jail. Again, we don't have a heritage pass. All we can do is ask your mama and papa do though. They have the key. So I guess if you've been a bad boy at the courthouse, this is maybe where you come and spend time. Or maybe this is like of a temporary area. So built in 1856. It was the first jail outside of Metro Adelaide at a time when Burra was the largest country town in South Australia. So bigger than Mount Gambier. So good. 30 prisoners. Ayan. So guys, we can't get through. I'll pick through the hole there. You might be able to see the courtyard, I'm guessing. Looks like there's a flagpole on up there. I've got lights there, so I'm guessing light time probably shines and lights up. So I don't think this is turned into accommodation like Mount Gambier jail. They've turned that into accommodation. There's a Simama through there. I've got National Trust logo. I'm guessing this is the main entrance. Okay, through there, not much. Just looks probably like an entry point or something. So it looks like it's a double story as well.
There's soil here. It's very brown.
Very nice. So all of them are guarded up. It's weird. It's open air, but it's got a window too. So maybe it used to have a roof on this part. I know that's a toilet out there. Maybe this is like an exercise yard or a courtyard, but it doesn't look like it's part of the main building. Electricity there. We've got an old. So guessing back in the day it was probably all horse and cart. There's probably no engines back then, so I guess back in the day when this was used. So yeah, this is where you enter if you've got the key. So aside from that, there's not too much more we can see. If you look at the grass there, very Filipino. I've got all the crushed glass to stop people trying to climb over, and I'm guessing people getting out. So this is a double-story building, but you can't really see it sort of from behind here. So I'll walk back a bit. You might be able to start seeing more. InDaynaMo's doing more retratos. Look how it's very nice. So there's a metal toilet block coming up here. So there's another gate. Yeah, so you can see from a distance there, apart from the retratos, there is a second story. Look at her go. So yeah, there's a second story to the jail. Not too much information we can get from out here. But yeah, that's the old jail. If we had more time, we definitely would have done the tour there, especially you can go at your own pace. We'll continue on our journey around Burra. So guys, that was Red Roof Jail. I'm turning right up here. I'm not sure if Hampton Village is available to look at, because it does have a heritage logo on there, so I'm not sure if it's actually like behind a gate or if you just need the key to like go inside whatever it actually is. I'm not sure if it's a building or actually a selection of houses, not too sure. So we're nearly there, it's only a few minutes away.
Nowhere. No
jail. So, as it said, not Bulla, Burra was the second largest town outside of Adelaide. Also, the largest town outside of Adelaide back in its time. Obviously now Mount Gambier, I think, is the biggest town outside of Adelaide, but Burra used to be. So we're going to head to. We've got Hampton Village around the left, but we'll see what's actually here. We might not be able to see anything. It might be behind a gate.
We see the Papa again with the trailer, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's people up here. But like I said, you may need the passport key to get through. Or they may be generous enough to let you through without a passport, because I think it's really just a fence. I don't want to be a tumbo.
Yeah, you have the key.
Oh, okay, so you actually need a key to. Oh, that's a very nice field just straight ahead. It's a very big green and very full. It's a very full field of green. We'll do a turnaround here anyway.
You have key, there's a key somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you can take a photo over the fence. I guess you just can't go any closer than what that is. So I don't know if InDaynaMo wants to take photos over the fence of what this Hampton Village is. Oh, it used to be a township, but now it's all kind of gone now. There she goes. So yeah, this is Hampton Village. I haven't got much history because all of it's behind the paywall there. You need a heritage key to get inside, but it looks like this was an old town, and now it's pretty much just a bunch of ruined buildings. So there's a lot of like housing there. You can tell where the chimney was. Actually, the chimney still exists. There's still upright against that wall. So it looks a lot of houses. Can't really tell much more, but if you have a heritage key, you can walk through the ruins and probably go all the way to the back there. So for now, I think we keep driving, and then we get to Smelts Paddock, and then we go through the old museum. There's the cellars, and a more cottage and miners dugouts is probably our final point on the map. Still following the map. So guys, still following the map. So now, okay, so that's Hampton Road. We go one more block. I probably don't need to follow the map, guys. I can probably just follow the signage. There's actually arrows on the signs themselves which tell me which way to go. So I probably don't need to like try drive and read at the same time. So still a lot of houses around here. Big property blocks.
Fancy mama very nice.
I don't know what it's from.
Oh, very big land too. Very ranch. If you have a horse, this is so nice.
So still a lot of
Oh,
big
very
blocks.
nice.
They're squawky chickens or maybe they've got glass. Yeah, look at them all. Yeah, they're glass. They're like the pink and white
pink
one.
red one.
The pink and white. I think they're called idiot chickens, but I think they're glass. Yeah, there's a lot there.
A lot of cottages here, like rentals.
Yeah, there's a lot of like stone buildings still around here.
A lot of, look at that one, very stone. This one too, very stone. That one is very
So
stone.
now I'm going to follow the brown signs. You can see it on the post there, the tourist drive. So I have a feeling we're near the courthouse again. I think the courthouse is probably just one block that way. Yeah, it's just over there somewhere. So I think I made a left-hand turn. I'll cross over now. Oh, yeah. The sign still tells me to go.
Back
So our next stop on the list, it looks like, oh, my map's upside down. Smells paddock, but it's another lock-up one, so it might be just behind a gate, and then you might be able to then see it from a distance. Hello, Mr. Person. It's meant to be on the
Maybe
right
this
side.
one.
No, it's meant to be on the right somewhere. But it's just like a dilapidated building that's falling apart. Yeah, we crossed the bridge. I think it's still right there.
There's a red one.
Yeah, so
Yeah, there.
so smelts paddock. I'll turn the car here so I don't have to get out. But it looks like it's
Smelting
really
works.
oh, the smelting works. So there's not really much left of it, guys. You can kind of see it to the right there. There's just a lot of ruined buildings. So I think smelting is usually just the melting of metal. So I'm guessing the copper that was mined, they may have like melted it here into a different format, or at least got it to how people wanted it or what the demand was. So I'm guessing back when the stuff was getting mined, they had all the buildings here to process that particular metal. So from the outside of the fence, you do need the heritage trail to get on the other side there. I think there's an entry point somewhere.
There pala. There.
Oh, it's up there. So there's a padlocked gate again, similar to the last place we were just at. So you need to have that pass to get in there. But yeah, there's a lot of old sort of buildings there. I can see some signage, probably telling what each of the buildings is. But yeah, that smells paddock. And you can actually see this when we were at the lookout point on the top of the town, which is probably over there somewhere. Yeah, you can see this paddock in the distance, and it looked like it was caught on fire. Yeah, it looked like it was on fire, or like it had been burnt. But
It's not very close to each other. You need to walk far away to each other.
oh, you definitely need a car to do this tour. You can't really walk it.
No, I mean before the old times, they only walk.
Oh well, there used to be like 5 towns or something. There used to be like a lot of towns in one area made up a big town. So you probably had probably horse and cart, no jeepneys back then.
Yeah, daw community library pala.
So it's a community school there.
Oh,
It's just a swimming pool.
Is this fire?
That's the fire service.
Brigade.
So they're going on the bend. Okay, that's where we are now. So I follow the signage here because it's starting to get a bit congested on the map. I can't tell which one's which or what's coming up first. So that's the SES.
Uy, this is like a new housing retirement for the grannies.
So I follow the signage.
What's the sign?
Yeah, there's a lot of I think this takes us back on the main street. So I think that's the cottages there. That looks like a pub again.
There's the old pub.
Yeah, it looks like a pub. I mean, it looks like you used to hang a sign off that thing at the top there. So yeah, that looks like, oh, it still says dining room entrance, but obviously it doesn't look like it's used anymore. So there's some cottages there, I think. Yeah, so that's Mabuhay Lowarth Cottage. There's a lot of stuff there. Now make a right-hand turn. We have the brewery cellars. So there's a creek down there. We may have seen it before when we were leaving the
Caravan
tunnel.
park.
So there's more. So there's a lot of cottages here, all in like a big square. So there's cars there. So these may still be rented out as accommodation. Like they actually have numbers on the doors. So it could be like a big, like I know, like a motel complex because there's all you can park out in front of all the rooms.
There's a caravan park, guys. Paxton. Ayun dawan.
Oh, so let's time we go that way. Okay, so that's the cottages back there.
Don't go.
Oh, so here's I think that looks like a caravan park. Oh, so there's a brewery there, but you need to you need the key again.
You need to key. Succeed.
So I'll do a quick U-turn. So there's still a school there. They're all at half mast, including the Aboriginal flag, and which is a bit ironic considering that the whole history. So.
Are you sure you don't want to?
Oh, it's a knuck. There's a knuck in the.
Oh, look at that! So cute. They have a great white here.
So it goes, yeah, it looks like the caravan park is just like pretty much like a giant car park. So there is a brewery here on the left, but it's not really, it looks like it's just a stone building and you need the key to get in, so there's probably not too much we can learn there. So guys, we'll cross the bridge and we'll go back to the main town. So here's the Paxton Square Cottages accommodation. That's the official name of that area.
It's accommodation now.
So guys, I think we're coming to the end of our trip. There's a heritage trail down there next to the river. So there is a signage here, but they may just take us back around in circles. Oh no, sorry, my bad. We'll follow the tourist drive. I think it's going to take us to the miners' dugouts. If we keep following it, because that's just the stuff in town. There's the breweries, there's the cottages.
Oh, there's a key.
Yeah, it's accommodation, so it looks like you get paid to stay there. So
No, there's a key, the red key.
Oh, you have to pay to go in again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the red key of the passport.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to sort of have the paid thing. So yeah, that's our old pub that doesn't pay its dues anymore. Should be a nice house, I reckon. If we don't buy a pub, it'll be very big and open.
This is a nice, houses here, like
Yeah.
guys.
They look a bit more modern, those
You
ones.
build a house in the Philippines. Yeah. Oh.
So I guess I keep following this road. That's someone's horse paddock. Okay, now I'll turn right, and I think we're very close now to the miners' dugouts. On here, on the right hand side they are. Let's park on here and we'll go have a look see. So guys, this is the miners' dugouts. So we might better sup. This is dugouts, this is Simama. Oh. We'll be quick as long as you leave before then they won't lock us in. So we're being cheeky, guys. So that's the miners' dugouts here. There's an old creek here. There's the dugouts there. So a bit of space there. So yeah, there used to be a lot of dugouts. I'm guessing this is where they stayed. You wouldn't need a formal house. You just pretty much dug yourself into the hill there.
So there's InDaynaMo there. So guys, ako mahirap. There's also a danger that if we went inside and they walked past us. I'm not sure, it just wasn't viable. So guys, that was our quick dugout.
The person that asked you.
No, because we would have had time. It's nearly getting 4 o'clock and we haven't. We have to return the key before they close.
Ayun, there's another one pala.
I think it just goes down the creek, that trail. So guys, we had to make it. Apparently, the miners' dugout is a paid area. The person who went in before us left the gate unlocked, so we were able to go there very briefly to at least have a quick look. But as they were starting to leave, as we were leaving, and we didn't want to get locked in case they locked the gate. So yeah, we had to cut it short. So I think that's pretty much most of the heritage tour. Yeah, so we've still got the heritage tour, but I don't think there's anything else that's actually been like, there's no more dots on the map to go to. So this probably takes us back into the main town. We might get a drink or something until we get back to Clare. I think we are driving back to Clare now. There's not too much more between here and back where we're staying. So guys, we'll catch you a bit later.
So, that's it guys. That's our Burra. Here is a small town in South Australia. So, Burra is a pastoral center and historic tourist town dito sa mid-north of South Australia. So, it lies east of the Clare Valley. And if you remember guys, we are here in Clare Valley and we stayed at the Discovery Parks dito sa Clare Valley. So, if you are tourist or turista ka, you can go to the Burra. So, guys, a little information about the Burra. So, Burra Mine, which operated between 1845 and 1877, was once the largest in Australia. So, in total, it produced 50,000 tons of copper and is credited with saving in the young states of South Australia from bankruptcy. So, the site is recognized as one of the most significant mining heritage sites in Australia. So, one of the biggest town before in their era. In their era, one of the biggest town is the Burra. So, nakita nyo ganina guys, we started from the lookouts and then go to the Burra from Clare Valley from the lookouts earlier sa ating video. And after that, we started to go to the information of the Burra, and then they will tell you, they will give you a map, what is the event on that day. So, nakita nyo kanina. And if you remember, there's also a key needed in some of the gates in the heritage trails. So, wala kami nun, hindi kami kumuha because, one, you need to purchase the key. And the second reason is you need to bring it back before 4 o'clock p.m. because 4 o'clock is the closing time of the information center in Burra. So, kapag hindi nyo naibigay yon, ay hintayin nyo the next day para ibigay, or I think that you will have a penalty like that. You need to call ahead na hindi nyo pa natatapos yung heritage trail. So, nakita nyo yung heritage trail. So, before, long time ago guys, Burra is a mining heritage, o ito yung mga mining. So, madaming nagmamining dito, nagkukuha ng mga copper before. So, ito yung pinaka job nila before dito sa Australia. So, nakita nyo yung mga lookouts nila, yung mga chimneys. So, nilalakad lang nila yung guys kasi before, I think they don't have any vehicle or any cars. I think they have animals or horse like that. And, a very risky job, guys. You know, the miners. You know, pag nagmimina ka, diba? Very risky because of, hindi mo alam kung sa ilalim ka ba or ano, diba? Tapos, so, some of the heritage trail, they don't even touch it. Ginano lang nila, talaga hinayaan lang nila. Yung nakita nyo kanina earlier, yung mga heritage trails, yung mga railway, kasi nila ilalagay yung mga coppers nila after they produce. So, saan-saang mga area yon sa Australia. So, anyway, guys, one of the tourist spot o tourist center, tourist town dito sa Burra, ang ating town dito sa Australia, guys, for today's video. I hope you enjoy watching, you learned something today. Plus, you had fun for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting my videos, and mega love shout out to each wonderful, beautiful people of the universe. Thank you from the bottom of my hypothalamus. Please like if you did enjoy my video for today, and please to subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to hit the bell button for you to get notified on my next video, and please comment down below if you like this video pa. See you when I see you on my next one. Bye bye guys, be good, you take care, be safe, and mwah! Ciao la!